with the I think my microphone should be working now. I'm just gonna make sure of that real fast after my stream on my end catches up, because it is on quite the delay right now. And the camera, I need to get it reorganized now. The problem, or I'll explain more in detail of what has happened with the stream. Okay, well, you guys can hear me at least, so that's a plus. Yeah, my camera's not working currently, and I am not sure why at this moment. Ah, there we go. Now we got it all fixed. Okay, so yeah, man, I had some issues with my... Alright, essentially, let me just say what I'm doing. So, what I'm doing right now is I'm just looking at my TV that I have in my room, and I typically use that as a second monitor, but I'm trying to use this free app that's really interesting called Space Desk, and what it does is it allows you to essentially use your iPad or phone as a second monitor on your computer. But the problem was I needed to be on the same network. And to make the long story short, I'm using an Ethernet cable. My phone is obviously on wireless network, so it wouldn't work. And my computer's totally out of USB spaces, and it really makes me mad because I had to unplug my mic and camera and everything else to, try to figure out a good setup for it. Okay, anyway, guys, welcome to the stream. We got 6 people watching. I expect to get a little more in here by that time. Is the mic good? I'm seeing my phone is obviously on wireless network, so it wouldn't work. Totally out of USB spaces. I'm seeing in the chat that it... Wait, you guys can hear me all right, correct? Or no? Can you guys hear me okay? I mean, I don't see why you couldn't, because it's exactly the same as the last stream. I mean, I can pull it closer to my mouth, I guess. I don't know. I need to know if you guys can... Why is it so quiet then? That doesn't make any sense. Hear me okay? Is it really actually... Oh, it's... Okay, it's good? You can hear me loud and clear? Okay, well, I need to know. Alright, so yes guys, welcome to the stream. Today we're going to be taking a quick, or not really quick, but a hop over to from Colorado Springs over to Aspen, Colorado. And we are going to be flying over these snowy mountains that we see right here. And it's going to be a pretty fun flight. I've been to Colorado myself in real life many times, probably 8 or 9, and I've been to these mountains before, and we're going to fly over a peak that I'm going to show you that is called Pikes Peak, located in Colorado Springs, and it is the highest peak. It's sitting right around 14,000 feet, and it's very high up, and that's not even to mention that Colorado is 5,000 feet ASML right there, above sea level, and not ground. Or obviously, I mean, it is the ground. Okay, as you can tell, we have some snow on the ground, and I thought that'd be a nice touch to maybe get everybody excited for winter, just like I am, because I'm very excited for winter. And it is my favorite season. Can't stand the summer where it's burning up, and that even just during the summer, my room gets ridiculously hot because my computer puts out like 15 billion kilowatts of power, and it heats this room up like that. Don't even need a heater in here during the winter. So, can't wait for that, and during the summer I can't open my window because it would just make my room like 100 degrees. Whew. So, that's that little spiel there. Alright, looks like we've got 14 people in here now. Thank you everybody for joining so far. I'm actually going to pull up the chat right here and my stream. Just like that. Alright, so Nick Capel says, hey man, how do I get into my aircraft hangar? Well, you get into your aircraft hangar by, it's in the main menu, and you know, I would show you, but I don't want to back out of the current, you know, we're in the simulator. But you go into the hangar by the main menu, and I forget how, but it's pretty easy to find. It might be one of the tabs beside options, or it might be a little symbol that you got to click. Alright, anyway, what's up, Gaming with Cookies? How you doing, man? Dream Talk Text is in here. Yes, 15 billion kilowatts. You heard that correct. It's obviously an exaggeration. I don't even know how many kilowatts I put out. Alright, so we got our Diamond DA-62 aircraft right down here. We got a bunch of people around it. Man, I don't think you need this many airport workers around an airport that is not too busy. I mean, this is a municipal airport, so it's not like any commercial airliners come into here. Although I could be wrong, but I mean, as far as I can tell, it looks just like any general aviation airport would look. So, yeah, let's hop into this plane. Oh, there goes one right there. That's weird. I thought I had AI traffic turned off. Anyway, this is the aircraft that we will be flying over to Pikes Peak, which, if you guys don't know which one that is, it is this one right here with the snow-covered top, and it is the highest peak in this range of mountains. And we are going to see some other mountains whenever we cross Pikes Peak, but we are going to do some flybys, low passes. It's going to be awesome. Alright, and I have not really checked out the Rocky Mountains in the simulator yet, so that'll be very interesting as well. Okay, so we're in the aircraft cold and dark, and I'm actually going to have to use a checklist here, believe it or not, because I am kind of unfamiliar with this aircraft. I mean, it's pretty simple. It uses a G1000 navigation system, so I'm very familiar with that. Alright, pre-flight, let's just run through all these. I reckon the fuel selectors check on, and those need to go up to on. There we go. Alternators need to both come on as well. Alright, pitot heat is going to be off, but it will come on since it is like very cold outside. Engine masters are off, gear is down, flaps are up. All electrical equipment is currently off. Electric master goes on. Okay, whatever. Fuel quantity, I know we have enough, and yes, we do definitely have enough. Alright, electric mass, why does it want me to turn it off? Alright, and control stick. Let me make some, where is my yoke in this aircraft? What the heck? Oh, there it is. Okay. I couldn't see it because I was so low. Alright, I guess we're just going to leave the electric system off for now. And we got power levers, sorry, they are idle. Parking brake is currently set, should be, yes. Avionics master is off. Gear, didn't we just do this? Alternators, that's weird. There's a repeat right there for you, Microsoft. Alright, and our fuel pumps are off, and the electric master can go back on. Seems a little counterintuitive right there. Strobe lights need to go on to signify we are about to start our engine. And thank you so much, Tony ML88, for the subscription. If you are watching, I'm very appreciative of that, my good friend. Alright, engine master can come on for the left engine. Annunciator lights are on, and start the left. Did it start? Yes, we are good. Alright, I've done that before and it just doesn't start, and I think it's because of these fuel selectors down here were off. But anyway, we got past that. Alright, annunciators are off. Oil pressure, sure, it's not showing, so we're good. And idle RPM is around 710. I mean, we can't see our RPM right now because, okay, never mind, I'm stupid. There we go. Check 710 plus or minus 30. Alright, that is good. We're at 697. And opposite engine, we're going to do the same thing. God, it's so nice, like a car, you know. You just flip a switch, press a button, and your engines are started. And we're going to check the RPM on that one as well, and for some reason it is reading 0. So that's always great. Why are we reading 0? Oh, the engine's not even started. Okay. Now it's good. Alright. Yeah, now it's up to 700 RPM, and it should be plus or minus 30, and again, we are good. And it's more than likely a little lower. Thank you, Dirk McThermott, which is my brother, for the subscription. How about you don't unsubscribe from me this time like he's done in the past? Yeah, you heard that right. Oh, anyway, our RPMs are probably going to be running a little slower than usual because of the temperature and the altitude that we are at. I mean, just sitting here, we're at 6,000 feet, so lower pressure. All right, after starting engines, avionics can now come on. Power levels around 50% if, what does that say? If engine temperature, not to use more than 50%. If the engine is not warm, electrical equipment is, we definitely need pitot heat there because it is cold. Flight instruments and avionics. All right, we can see our course here, and if this would go away, that'd be wonderful. Thank you. And we don't need the taxi checklist because I know what to do there. All right, anyway, let's take a look at our route here. So I've just got a direct route going straight from Colorado Springs straight up to KASE, which is Aspen, and it is one of the handcrafted airports, actually. So we're going to be able to check that out. I'm just going to warn you, I've never really done any mountain flying. I'm more of a commercial airliner guy, but so if anything sketchy happens, just know that's why. But I'm going to try my best. Alright, and we've just got a direct to course because I am going to kind of fly this route on my own and use not too much autopilot. Alright, we're going to get our taxi lights on and let's get out of here. We are going to be taking off from this runway, which is 17 right, and it's a very short taxi today. We just got to come right down there and right up there. So, it looks good to me. Alright, release park and brake, and let's go ahead and start our taxi. I cannot wait to get my throttle quadrant. Okay, why do I have to use that much power to taxi? My gosh, okay, I guess I do. Jeez, that was like full throttle. Just a taxi. That's a little crazy. That is a little insane there. I think, honestly, Asobo needs to fix that. Or Microsoft, either one. Because, I'll tell you one thing, in real life, if you put it at quarter throttle, you're going to be moving fast. And I just had to use full throttle. I've noticed that with a lot of other, I mean, it's pretty much universal with every aircraft. It is, you just got to have a lot of power in order to start moving. Alright, before we take off, I am going to set my altitude up to about, we're going to need to be at 15,000 feet, surprisingly, right off of takeoff, because, like I said, we're in Colorado and we're already at 6,000 feet, and Pikes Peak is at an altitude of 14,000 feet. So I'm going to set my altitude up to 15,000 feet. Then we're going to go ahead and lower our flaps one notch, just like that. And I'm actually getting really good frames right now, which is a little surprising. This is ultra graphic settings. I'm running on a GTX 1080 Ti. Oh my gosh, I hadn't even read chat. Let me hold short and I will answer some of you guys' questions. But I do have a 1080 Ti, and yes, I do have ultra settings on right now. Everything is to the max right now. So, alright, here's our runway. Runway 13 right. Alright, let me hold short real quick. Alright, let's see, chat, what do we got here? Hello, Heavy, how are you doing? Do you find the DA-62 stalls easily sensitive to a little bit of tug? No, I have not noticed the diamond stalls very much. We can actually test that in this flight, though, if you want. Highway Trooper, good. How'd your stream go? I assume you're going to have to continue from where you were, because you were just over the Atlantic Ocean. Doing a reverse agi on my stream. Now I'm on yours, huh? Yep. That's how it do be. You don't like the visibility settings inside the diamond, the cockpit, the side beams, and the wings. I agree, honestly. I mean, look, this windshield is just, it's tiny. You know, like this right here, if this didn't exist, over here, and here, then it would be phenomenal. But that kind of bugs me. Same way in cars, you know, you got the bearings that are not the bearings, but the sides that come down right there, and it kind of annoys me. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Estoy bien. How about you? I'm Cody. Imagine losing connection. I didn't. Dream. I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, I have it on ultra settings. Turn up your mic. It's all the way up. I don't know why it would be like that. I mean, I can try to bring it closer to my face, but I mean, this is as close to my mouth as it can get, and everything's all the way up. I don't understand. So this is as good as it's going to get. I'm flexing my 1080 Ti. Yes, that's about to be an RTX 3070. Maybe, if the theories are true in that it is twice as powerful as a 1080 Ti. I mean, sorry, a 2080 Ti. Then you dang right I'm going to get it. I mean, that thing is cheap for what we get if those are true. But I'm going to wait for some benchmarks to come out for that. Hello, TT2. How are you doing? It is a pleasure to have you on the stream. It's hard to hear me when the engine is up. Okay, I'm going to lower the desktop sound then, if that is the case. Alright, we should be good now. So, let's go ahead and get in the air, everybody. I can never tell if my parking brake is set. Okay, there we go. Alright, is the mic quality good now? I mean, the quality is phenomenal, I know, but the volume, is that good? I'm not sure why it would be like that. I'm really not sure why the mic would be very quiet. You know what? Actually, I'm going to try something real quick while we are taxiing onto the runway. I'm going to try... Alright, so apparently that didn't work, so I really don't know. I don't know why my mic is as quiet as you guys say it is. Is the game volume good now? Dream. Alright, anyway, we're on the runway, so let's go ahead and get in the air. Full throttle. Rotation speed on this aircraft is something that I do not know, but I assume it's a little more than a Cessna, so around 80 knots. And I hate the engine torque. It's pulling me to the right pretty badly right now, as you can tell. I'm trying to fight it. But I don't think there's this much torque in real life on an aircraft. It's just a little ridiculous. And another thing, alright, there's 80 knots. Let's go ahead and get back on the stick. And we have a positive rate. We're going to go ahead and lift our gear up. Oh, good. There we go. Gear's going up. And I forgot my landing light. But that is okay. Everybody makes mistakes. And position light. Alright. The good news is they are now on. Alright. So just take a look at this view, everybody. Look at those clouds and just the snow. Just looks amazing. I am going to trim out my aircraft because I do have a lot of back pressure on the stick. There we go. And we are actually going to make a turn to the right, but I am going to engage autopilot. And one thing that I've noticed about the Diamond that's a little strange is the autopilot settings are not on this G1000, but they are over here. And that is not the case in the Cessna. Alright, I'm going to engage autopilot there. And we're going to get, let's do flight level change, I guess. That's 98 knots. We're going to brace our flaps to get some more speed. And we are well above 200 feet AGL. Alright, we need to get our flight vectors on. And we are going to get our heading in the right direction. We're just going to be towards the, I guess you could say, famous mountain, Pikes Peak. And there we go. We are now banking straight towards Pikes Peak. Now we're going to clean up the aircraft a little bit. I've already got the gear and flaps up. We're going to get our taxi lights off. And that is really all we have to do. And, you know, why does it not tell me to turn on these fuel lights? I don't know why it wouldn't tell me to do that. But I think that is all we have to do in the Diamond aircraft. It is a very simple aircraft. Not too many buttons. Amazing navigation system. No overhead panel, because it's not a commercial airline. But, and a joystick, which is what I'm using. I am using the Thrustmaster TCA side stick. And I am planning on receiving the Thrustmaster Airbus throttles, which is going to be a huge relief, because the only way I can control throttle right now is by this little tiny, I guess, slider, you could say, that only moves like a whole inch. So it's got to be very precise. Like, watch, if I move this thing down just slightly, you can see I'm barely moving it right now. And it just, there's so much movement in the actual simulator. We're going to have to climb quickly if we're flying towards these mountains, because they are not low. We're actually going to turn a little bit to our right, got a heading of 285, we'll be fine. And we can see Pikes Peak is this one right here. This is the highest peak in this mountain range. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think it's the highest mountain in Colorado. I don't think it's definitely not the highest mountain in the entire Rocky Mountains, because these mountains, they stretch for thousands of miles. Maybe not thousands. I don't know. Somebody look that up. How far do the Rocky Mountains stretch? I know they cut up to Colorado, obviously, and Utah, and it's very far north. It is a very large mountain range. Oh. My voice is low. Is it still? I need to know. Like, I don't know what you guys are telling me. Am I good now? Is my voice good? Do I need to turn down the gain? Yeah. I don't know why my mic is so low. Because, I mean, it is maxed out right now. I mean, I can just totally turn down the gain even more. Like, there. I mean, you guys should still be able to hear it, but it's barely audible for me. Or it should be barely audible for you, but I can still hear it. Oh man, look at these snow-capped peaks right here. Very nice. I really, really like the snow edition that Microsoft added to the simulator. It is very nice. Very, very nice. So good. Oh yeah, I got a question for all you out there. So obviously we're flying in Colorado now. At 6,000 feet, that's where we were on the ground. We were on the ground at 6,000 feet. Does that mean I would turn off my landing light at 10,000 feet or 16,000 feet? Is it 10,000 feet above ground level or 10,000 feet above sea level when your landing light goes on? I assume it's above ground level. Alright, we got Pikes Peak coming up, and it's this snowiest mountain right here. And we're going to fly around it a little bit. We've got 19 viewers, rolls up to 25. I'd like to see it climb to around 35, 40. That'd be wonderful. But thank everybody for tuning in thus far. We got quite the adventure ahead of us in the Colorado Rockies. Now, as I said before, I've been up to Pikes Peak. I don't even know how many times, like 3, I want to say. Definitely twice, maybe 3 or 4, but it's hard to breathe up there. And I don't know if you guys knew, but the majority, I think it's like 50% of all oxygen on Earth is below 18,000 feet. And obviously, the higher up you go, the more the pressure decreases, the more oxygen increases. Thank you, RS Vet 123 for the subscription. It's very appreciated for watching this stream. As I was saying, though, we just level off because that. No, we didn't. No, we're about to. God, we got some turbulence up here. Man, look at this. This is the autopilot just being stupid again and just going zero, zero, zero. Apparently, that is in their hopefully one of the later patches. I think Asobo is aware of it. So they better be, and they're in the middle of fixing. But anyway, yes, on top of Pikes Peak, the air is very thin. Very cold, and we were up there one time and got buzzed by fighter jets. That was really cool. Very neat. And it's a very nice spot. I think you can see 4 states from the top, if I'm not mistaken. On a clear day, obviously not. Generally, it's very cloudy and foggy up those high mountain ranges. Okay, so the game was drowning me out, but is it good now? It should be good now. I turned the game pretty far down now. Alright, and what you see right there, guys, is Pikes Peak, and you can see we are almost level with it at 15,000 feet above sea level. It is a very, very high peak, and the highest in this mountain range I was at like as for snow, everything else right here. Now this is not live. There is no snow in Pikes Peak right now because obviously it's summer in the United States. But there is a lot of snow in the winter and probably even fall. Alright, at this point I am going to disengage the autopilot so we can fly around ourselves and check out this awesome mountain. And we're going to get pretty low. So keep an eye on my altitude. You guys have that overlay up, flight level 149 right now. And you can see those houses right there. Now Microsoft made a mistake, well, not really a mistake, but Black Shark AI that builds the houses on top of the mountain. They do not look like that at all. Now there is buildings there. There's a whole like gift shop and stuff like that on the actual mountain. But that looks like a hotel. And there's not a hotel on the Pikes Peak. And if we continue to fly this way, we'll actually see a road, and you can kind of make it out right there. And that is the road to actually reach the summit of Pikes Peak. Alright. And you notice that we are at flight level 143 right now. And so it's about 14,300 feet up. Pretty close there. Alright, we've got my throttle up here, and we're going to go do some low flying along these lakes. This is beautiful. Quite an amazing feature of the simulator. If you guys have not flown the Colorado Rockies, then you're going to miss one. Look at that lake down there. Man, I would love to do this in real life. Look, there's that road that probably leads up to the Pikes Peak summit. And we got a nice long lake right here. I wonder what kind of fish are in these lakes. Trout? Probably too high up. If there's anything in them. Alright. Wow, just look at this lake. Just look at the detail of the water. There's some lens flares right there. Wow, what does this look like from the cockpit? Oh man. Imagine doing this in real life. Wow. I'll tell you one thing, the FAA would probably be giving you a call here soon. After this flight, the FAA is going to be on the floor if you were this low. Although, I don't know, would that be against the law? Against the FAA? I mean, this is a VFR flight, but we've probably got to maintain VFR altitude at or above 2,500 feet. And we are definitely not at 3,000 feet right now. Alright, man, look at the trees. Could you just imagine living in a log cabin right here in the snow? And you can go, your backyard looks like this. Would that not be phenomenal? Oh man, that is quite the bank angle right there. You know what might be fun? Taking the pits up here and just doing some really close to the ground maneuvers throughout the Colorado Rockies. That would be pretty awesome. Sound is okay. May check your own stream. Maybe on your phone when it's 90% game, 10% voice. Well, that is so weird. I'm gonna have to figure that out for the next stream for sure. I'm not sure why my mic is as quiet as it is, because it's usually pretty freaking loud. Oh man, guys, look at that. We are having some icing effects now. We must have just flown through a cloud. Look at the icing effects on the windshield there. If I can zoom into that. Oh yeah, look, you can see it a little bit on the engine and the windshield. Yeah, that just looks really nice. Oh man, it's getting worse. Alright, well, that being the case, we need to get some anti-ice on right now. And that is something that I'm not sure where. What is ice lights? I'm not sure where the anti-ice is. Oh, right here. We got the de-icing. Oh, it's fluid. That's pretty cool. And we're gonna get a max de-ice on the aircraft because we will not be able to see if we do not. Or if we have ice all over our windshield, that would not be good. But we can always just do that right there and illegally fly from the third-person view of the aircraft. Right. Let's take another swing around Pikes Peak. I think we got another lake right there. off to our right. Man, just look at that. Does that not look phenomenal, everybody? The icing effects and everything just looks so good. Turn down the game. Well, okay. I'll go into the settings real quick and just turn it down like this. I'll just turn the master down to there. Alright, does that make it better? Alright, wow, look at our G1000. We are very close to the ground right now. Go to the outside. Let me know if that is better on the sound issue. Of course, we're going to have this issue, right? And right before I stream. I mean, of course, what else could have happened? I guess worse things. But it is what it is. I will definitely have to fix that before the next stream. And we are getting some turbulence again. Don't even know why. It must be cat. Air turbulence. We are back on the climb to 15,000 feet, because if we were to fly into Pikes Peak right now, we would crash and die. Because, as you can tell, this peak is much higher than we are right now. By a whole, like, 3,000 feet, 2,000 feet. We are currently at flight level 13,000 feet. But this just looks amazing. And we're going to fly out over off the mountain, back towards Colorado Springs, just to see what it looks like from way up here and from the mountain, off the mountain. Man, we are flying low right now. The air is very thin up here. Alright, so there's Pikes Peak. We actually weren't even able to go above Pikes Peak. I am actually full throttle right now, and it is struggling to climb right now. Is very interesting. And there's the houses again in Pikes Peak. There's the very snowy slope. Alright, and cutting back over this way, it is really just mountains. Colorado Springs, where we took off, is right down there. Alright, with that being said, that is Pikes Peak, everyone. So be sure to check that out in the actual simulator, because that is a great sight to see in this awesome simulator. There's the peak there. Wow. Just Alright, at this point I am going to re-engage autopilot and engage nav, and we're going to hold at 15,000 feet for the time being, because that should clear me across all the mountains in this range. And that was pretty much perfect, because now we are back in line on course to Aspen, Colorado. And Aspen is a pretty decent distance away from us right now, 87 nautical miles. That is not too bad. Alright, and we're just going to hold right here at 15,000 feet. And I'm not even sure what the altimeter is. It's apparently 299 or 2, because I just pressed B. And it stayed put. So we are at standard pressure at sea level, compared to up here at least. We get that one final view of Pikes Peak right back there in the very background, or the foreground right here. Very, very nice. So we got our landing light on. Alright, let's check out the chat a little bit while Autopilot takes control of the aircraft, and I'll leave it at this view. Alright, hello, Captain Horn 23. I'm new to streaming and making YouTube videos. Do you have any tips? Sorry if this is self-advertising. No, you're fine, man. Tips, yes. My biggest tip would be to stay consistent, because I've been doing this since January, and pretty much uploaded on average maybe 3 or 4 times a week, even when I didn't even have the motivation. But as you can tell now, it's paying off pretty well. I mean, I'm closing in on 2,000 subscribers, and I hit 1,000 like 2 weeks ago. So it is definitely paying off at this point. But more tips I can give is make sure your thumbnails are good. That was my issue in the beginning. My thumbnails were just horrendous, terrible. If you go to my channel and look at my old videos, they're just terrible. Another tip is good quality mic, like this one here. Now I'm not saying you have to get like a nice mic, but you know, one that projects your voice. It just sounds good when you speak into it, and a lot of people really like quality. Another tip that I can give would have to be try to keep it short. Statistically, more people are likely to click on your videos if they are, I believe it was 4 minutes or shorter. Now, that's not going to say that you don't have to have like 20 or 30 minute videos like I do. I do have some of those, but I also have some that are under 5 minutes. And it's very nice to get those, that balance. Another tip that I can give you that I just thought about is make sure you put hashtags and fill up your channel with tags, so more people will find your channel when you do add those tags into your videos. So that's really all I can give for now. I hope that helps. Alright, for those of you who are watching, I'm not sure if you're are aware, but I do now have a Patreon account, and you can have, buy 3 different tiers. It's a monthly charge. You can either get $3, and I'll put your name in my video descriptions, and give you a shout out in my videos. That's all that comes with the $3 option. Then we have a $5 option, in which you can, same thing, you get your name in the video. You have access to all my posts on Patreon, and you have access to my special Discord that is only patron-only Discord. And then we have the 3rd tier that is $10 a month, and it's everything from those other 2. You get the 3rd tier Patreon role in my Patreon-only Discord. You will be able to have a live chat with me. I forget what how often. I think on the Patreon I put like once a week or something like that. But yeah, we'll get in Discord and you can talk to me live, like I'm doing to y'all right now. But you know, y'all are in the chat, so it really help. And you actually get early access to my videos 2 days before they're posted to the public. So that is my Patreon. Go check it out. I don't have the link in the stream right now, but it's in my other videos. Like if you look at my more popular videos, then you can find my Patreon movie there. Look at Pikes Peak. It is just way back there now. We are leaving it in the dust, and we noticed that it kind of, I want to say kind of, it did flatten out. And I said kind of because I mean there's still some pretty large hills right here. And it gets really flat right here, and that looks like a river right here. And I'm pretty certain that Aspen is located in this mountain range right here. If you guys don't know, it's one of the most popular ski resorts in America and maybe even the world. I don't know about the world because we do have the Himalayas, which that might be another fun flight too. Oh my god. Should we go up to Mount Everest in the Himalayas? Oh man. Or K2? Oh man, that'd be crazy. Oh, we need to check out, man, I just got so many ideas for live streams now. Hawaii volcanoes, stuff like that. That'd be really nice to do. Just more and more ideas. Yeah, and I haven't even checked out Hawaii. I haven't even checked out the Himalayas. The only thing I really checked out was the east coast of the United States, and obviously now the Rocky Mountains. I've checked out New York City, which would be a really fun general aviation flight. And I saw you guys answer in the poll that you'd like to see some general aviation flights on my live streams instead of just Airbus flights. that is what we're doing today. Next stream will most likely be on the Airbus A320 with self-loading cargo. You guys notice I actually have my overlay on right now, and that was not able to work before because there was an issue with FSP IUC, but that has now been fixed where it would just tank people's frame rates. But that is now fixed. That is working perfectly fine. I'm very glad about that. I can't wait to see what other updates Microsoft and Servo bring to this simulator. Alright, ooh, there's a big old stutter. That's one thing I hope they fix soon as well. The stutter of the simulator. Like, it's running very smooth right now, but sometimes I will get this huge stutter. I love that lens flare too, coming from the sun right there. It's amazing. And like I said in the beginning, it's already getting pretty warm in my room. Already. Now that's interesting. There's like there's no mountains. This all looks very flat right here. Looks like a tiny, tiny little city right down there. You can actually go check this out with our mode, our free camera mode. Let's check out this little town. It's going to be right over here. Do I think it's worth getting the Premium Deluxe? Yes. If you're really into simulation and like flight simulators, then get the Premium Deluxe. Comes with more airports, including Aspen that we are flying to right now. That is handcrafted. And it comes with the 787 Dreamliner, which is amazing. And there's another huge stutter. I'm going to have to do some flights with the 787 Dreamliner. That'd be nice. Look, isn't that kind of weird that there's just random roads way out in the middle of the mountains? And look, here's a tiny, tiny little house. Maybe this is a farm during the summer or fall. I gotta keep fighting my aircraft. This is how fast we would be going if we were on the ground. I'm not even touching anything right now. And our plane is 15,000 feet up there. It's very nice that Microsoft added this feature where you can just fly around. And here we have some more little tiny houses. I would like to live here. That would be very nice. Nobody bother you. Infinite hunting. During season, of course. I'm not encouraging poachers. And off in the distance we can see a much larger range of the mountains. You've been debating if you should get it or wait for community releases. The community is actually releasing a lot of stuff already, and it's very impressive how fast they're getting stuff out. Somebody's already made a totally free version of the Airbus A320 that is just about 100 times better than the default one. So that one's definitely going to need some strings. I haven't even flown with that one yet, like a full flight yet. Unfortunately, on that one, what I was hoping would be fixed isn't, and it's the Autopilot 2 and the auto land function. I love that function so much. So they're really going to have to do some stuff to the autopilots of these aircraft. Now, on the general aviation aircraft, I've noticed they're, for the most part, pretty stable. But other than a few bumps every now and then, like there at the beginning when it was just bobbing and weaving, it is very good. Alright, we are about halfway to Aspen, Colorado, and we are currently still 58 nautical miles out. And Denver, Colorado is actually not far away. We can see it right here on the map, KDEN. There's going to be a lot of flights into there in future videos in the Airbus, because Denver is an international airport and is very large, very, very big airport. And it's a nice airport as well. Especially when you're flying in real life, you can see these Rocky Mountains off in the distance. Denver can actually be a little tricky to land at too. The runway's got to be longer because since they're higher up, it's going to take more time for the plane to actually lift off due to the decreased engine efficiency and the thinner air that will take a lot longer to take off. In fact, Like, think of it as a Cessna. If a Cessna took off at the beach, it would lift off at like 60 knots. If it took off in Denver or on top of Pikes Peak, oh lord, I don't even know if it'd be able to take off in Pikes Peak. But if it took off in Colorado Springs or Aspen, it'd probably have to get up to around 80 knots before it could even get into the air because of the altitude. Right. I'm crazy. Thank you very much, Callaway Hervey. I don't know why you're telling me stuff I already know. God, that field of view in the cockpit is weird. Which field of view? Because this one seems good to me, other than the fact that this big old thing right here is blocking some of my view right here. Like, what if a runway was right here that I needed to see? I would have to move forward like that. Which I guess is not a big deal. It'd be so nice to fly one of these in real life. IFR. We're actually going to be doing a visual approach in the Diamond today, and not an instrument approach because it is a very clear day. And I want to see how good I can do landing in the mountains. This aircraft does not have a reverse engine mode, does it? I mean, this is a turboprop, and some turboprops do have reverse engines, like the Grand Caravan. Alright, what other landmarks can we see? Well, just a bunch of random roads. And one road down there that appears to be cleared by... Or no, that's a river. Must be warm water because it's melting the snow. Very good. And we are actually about to cross into the Rocky Mountain Range again. So that means I'm going to need to increase my altitude just to be on the safe side. We'll go up to 17,000 feet. That's crazy, guys. We're at 15,000 feet right now, and these mountains are this close to us. That is insane. Typically when I think of 15,000 feet, I think really far up in the sky. Alright, 17,000 feet, we didn't go up. That's because we need to engage either flight level change or vertical speed. And we are going to ascend at, let's just say, 900 feet per minute. It's a nice steady ascent up to 17,000 feet, just to make sure we are out of these mountains' ways. There's a few clouds up here as well, so we got to be aware of that. The good thing about the Garmin G1000 is this acts as if we have no weather. It's very useful. Like, you could probably land this plane by yourself, like visual, in a thunderstorm where there's like zero visibility outside because it shows you the runway right here on the G1000. Did you guys know these systems in real life go for like $40,000 to add onto a plane? It's ridiculous. It's like a brand new 2021 car. Insane. Yeah, the big old beam across the screen. Yeah, this right here. I know, right? It probably would get really annoying in real life. I don't know. Why would they do that? For better structural integrity or something like that? I mean, it seems like they could have just connected the glass all the way around, and that would have been really nice. And from the outside, it is also the door, so that's probably why. The door to the aircraft. The Diamond is a very nice aircraft, I do have to say. It's a nice twin turboprop aircraft. It's got a very unique look to it. Like, a lot of planes do not look like this. It's just kind of round up here and then just goes boom, just flat on the bottom here. Huh, I didn't even know that it had a nose wheel guard, but not the rear wheels. That's interesting. And we are crossing over the next mountain range. And they're about to get even higher right over here. Oh, that's funny. My overlay is kind of freaking out with my heading. I'm not sure why I would do that. Yeah, yeah, that's what it looks like. Dr. Phil Biggie. It does look like a dolphin. In a way. You know, and honestly, I thought these things were faster than what the simulator makes them out to be. I thought they were very quick. This is the aircraft that typically you'll learn how to fly an instrument in. You'll get your instrument rating in an aircraft like this. I would love to fly an aircraft in real life that has a G1000, just so I can see like how accurate it is to real life. That'd be neat. Alright, so we are cruising, guys, over to Aspen, Colorado, which is one of the handcrafted airports, and we're going to check it out when we get there. Thank everybody for tuning in to the live stream tonight. We got 19 viewers right now. That is very good. My first stream had 35, so that is the record to beat. 35 viewers at once concurrently. This just looks phenomenal. There's really no other words. Ooh, I've been up since 6 a.m. guys. Also, another fun fact, you guys know that the moon right here is accurate to real life? Like this is... It is currently a waning gibbous right now in real life. Like it was full a few days ago. Oh, I just got reminded of something. I need you guys to help me out with something and tell me what you like better. So I got this Reshade for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. I think it's active right now. Yes, it is. And you can see the difference. So that is the default simulator. It still looks great. Don't get me wrong. But when I activate the preset, pay attention to it. You see how the colors just become more vibrant and deeper and darker, like there's no film over the screen anymore? Look at that. And I actually created my own preset, which I'm going to show you now, and I don't really like it, but this is what it looks like. It's pretty similar, but it brings out more of the colors. You see, you can obviously tell the difference there with the simulator. Now, the one thing that is strange with it is it makes the sky kind of look weird. It runs these lines across it, and without it, there is no line over the sky. It also makes things very bright. And, I mean, other than that, it looks very good. So I've kind of opted for the default preset on Reshade, which is this one here. And it makes them vibrant, but not as vibrant as the other my setting. And I like how it makes the sky a deeper blue as well. It's very, very good. Oh, we got some low fuel in our tanks right now. And yes we do. It's probably because I've been pushing the engine like crazy. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to fuel. And we're going to add some more. Just like that. Now let's look at our fuel. Well, I'll be dang. We now have more fuel. Who would have thought? We just did an in-air refuel, which is very neat. Oh, wow, did you guys look at that cloud? It's dissipated. Wow, I didn't know they actually dissipated like that. Dang, look at that. That's so cool. That is so crazy how the clouds are, like they move, the 3D and volumetric. That is like the best addition. That is, in my opinion, the best thing that could have happened to the simulator. That is a very sizable lake down there. It's a large lake. It even connects to this littler lake and it flows into it. Looks like it flows out right here and just keeps going down. detail is a little strange, yeah. I see what you mean. It's like very thin right in this area right here. Your preset is good for photos. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, but I think this one that I have, the default one, is better than my preset. Because, like I said, it makes the color vibrant, but it doesn't just totally overkill the simulator. Alright, let's check our distance away. And wow, just look at these wingtip views right here of the Colorado Rockies. It's a very beautiful sight from up here at 17,000 feet. Ooh, again, I've been up since 6 a.m. And we are actually 21 nautical miles away from Aspen, Colorado. And we're going to do a little bit of flying around these mountains before we take a look at Aspen and land. Back for good now, Highway Trooper. Welcome back. What's going on with the flight plan? Oh, where am I going? What's the flight plan? We're flying in the Colorado Rocky Mountains area in Colorado. And we're flying from Colorado Springs up to Aspen, Colorado, which is a ski resort. And this is the largest mountain range. No, I don't know. It's either this one or the Appalachian here that runs through North Carolina, actually. So this is a very large mountain range in America that has very many high peaks. Like, just in perspective, it looks like we're very close to the ground here, but we are actually 17,000 feet above the sea, which is almost transition altitude for the United States. And there's some more cat, some clear air turbulence. Do I have a link to my PC specs? No, I do not, actually, but I can tell you them. I have a i7 9700K CPU, a Asus ROG Strix Z370 gaming motherboard. I have 32 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM. I have a GTX 1080 Ti as the graphics card, an 850 watt power supply, and I believe 4 terabytes of hard drive space and 480 gigabytes of SSD space. That is my specs as of this moment, but if that RTX 3080 comes out, then and it meets my expectations, then you better bet I will be buying that. You are welcome, my good friend. Welcome to the stream, by the way. I've never seen you here before. Thompson Campos, what is up? How are you doing? I'm so glad to see some new people in here. That's great. Alright guys, we are actually approaching Aspen, Colorado, which is this airport right up here. So what we're going to do is toggle our mouse and the eye. Just need to see which ways the runway is pointing. Alright, so they're running north-south, which is what I expected. How slow this mouse cursor moves. Oh my god, go faster. There we go. Yeah, it runs north to south, kind of. Okay, cool. Thank you, Hong Hong, for the subscription, man. I know you're watching because you just asked me my computer specs. So thank you very much for the subscription. I hope you're enjoying the stream thus far. Alright guys, we should be able to see Aspen, Colorado here very soon. And we're going to take a look at Aspen and these Rocky Mountains. Oh, I just lowered my gear on accident. Not anymore. Alright, we are 9 nautical miles away from Aspen, Colorado, and I don't even see the runway. I'm actually going to descend now that we've crossed those very high mountain ranges. I'm going to use flight level, no I'm not until autopilot gets fixed. I'm going to use vertical speed and just nose down about 1,300 feet a minute. Slow ourselves up here. And, oh, we noticed on the Garmin G1000 I don't even see the runway to Aspen, which is interesting. I'm going to get my wind information up right here as well. There we go. So we are going into the wind, actually, right now. And it's coming from 270 degrees, which means I'm going to want to land on the northern side runway. Alright, and Aspen, Colorado is right up here. We're actually about to fly right over the airport. That's crazy, I still don't even see it. That's insane. I literally don't even know, I don't see the airport at all right now. But that right there, guys, is Aspen, Colorado. This town that we are going to buzz as soon as I figure out where this runway is. I have no idea. I mean, it says we are literally about to cross it and go, oh, okay, well, it is right in front of us. I have no idea. Let's try, going back to my plane real quick. Oh my gosh, so bad. We're going to go further down because we all know that pilots can do this in real life, right? Yeah, I'm not even sure where this airport is. It's showing that we are flying pretty much right over it, unless, oh, that's it. That's got to be it. Yep. Okay, there it is. It's got a snow-covered runway. That's why I didn't see it. All right, there we go. So yes, this is runway like 33. So it is kind of north, but not really. All right, so we're going to check out this airport once we do land and we see my aircraft right there. I'm actually going to come out of here and disengage the autopilot.
Engaging autopilot.
All right, there we go. And we're going to go buzz the town of Aspen. It is a beautiful game, Hong Kong. Let's watch Cap completely bounce this aircraft onto the runway. Don't jinx me, man. I don't know. I haven't got much practice with a diamond and landing. Yes, this is ultra settings, and it does look phenomenal. It looks so great. Yeah, I know, they should get rid of the snow on the runway, what the heck. It's Aspen, it always snows up there. Except in the winter. I mean, that was stupid, except in the summer. That's what I meant to say. Oh. Alright, we're gonna come right over the top of this mountain right here. We're heading straight towards this mountain. That'd be so fun to do this in real life. That would just be amazing to do. Although it would kind of be scary from real life, or in real life. Look at that mountain. Oh man, there's a house right there. I bet that's a rich person. In Aspen on that mountain top right there. Woo! Look at that. Man, that looks crazy good. That just looks phenomenal right there. This is a stunning game. Alright, we are now going to descend over the city of Aspen, Colorado. And if I were to take a guess, I would say these are the ski slopes right here in front of us, right off our nose. And here's the town of Aspen, Colorado, everybody. Doing a pretty low pass there. So look at all the houses. I have been to Aspen, Colorado before in a hotel that had no air conditioning. I wonder why. And we got some high mountain peaks over there. I love coming in that close to the mountains like that. Alright, we're actually gonna try to climb out a little bit right here so we don't hit the ground. You gotta be careful flying in these mountain ranges. The mountain can pop up out of nowhere. You know, those plates move, boom, you're done. I'm just kidding. That's gotta be a ski slope right there. Yeah, 100%. That's gotta be a ski slope. I mean, look at how flat and linear it is. Like there's no trees on it. Okay, maybe down there is. But that's the point of skiing. Have fun and avoid all the trees. Yeah, look at that. That's gotta be a ski slope here in Aspen, Colorado. Alright, we're actually gonna bank back towards this way, because I'm not even sure I can make it over that peak right there without stalling. But we can definitely make it over this mountain right here. Yeah, I would love to live in Aspen as well. Yeah, they did open up the doors. I hate it. I mean, general aviation flights, or VFR rather, and X-plane was just terrible. Whew, we are coming in for a low pass. Yeah, I'm so glad that VFR can really be brought to life in this simulator. Just the 3D trees is what brings it all together too. We have never seen that in a simulator, 3D trees. X-plane and Prepared all were just 2D pieces of crap. Same with the clouds. We're about to overspeed. So it looks like the city of Aspen, Colorado is a lot lower than we would expect. Probably about 7,000 feet above the sea level. And remember, we were cruising 10,000 feet above that at 17,000 feet. There's some more clear air turbulence for us. Yeah, I think they did a phenomenal job on the rendering of the actual game. It is just phenomenal. All these mountains and the cities, they just look great. There's got to be some ski mountains over there as well, ski slopes. Alright, we're going to climb above these mountains right here, and we notice there's not that much snow down here. Now there is snow, but not that much. There's some, but not like Pikes Peak or the very high mountain ranges. Oh yeah, let's get that lens flare in here. Oh yeah, there's the sun. Beautiful. Just looks phenomenal. It is very stunning, Highway Trooper. This is probably the best looking game ever made in history until GTA 6 comes out, but they have an advantage because they only have to make one city and not the entire freaking world, literally the entire world in one game. Alright, we're actually going to make a sharp bank right down here, and we're going to go through this valley. Oh man, this would like disorient you if you're actually in the plane. You gotta watch your instruments. We're going to fly through this valley right over Aspen, Colorado, and come in for a landing, and we will check out the airport because it is handcrafted. And just look, we're flying right through this valley. God, it's just amazing. Oh my gosh, can you guys wait for VR? Because I can't. Especially when VR support comes out, hopefully later this year, for native support for the simulator. Could you you just imagine? Especially if it ran this good, too. That would just be crazy. Alright, there is the city of Aspen one last time, and some ski slopes right up there. We're a lot lower than we were. It looks like the city of Aspen sits right at about 8,000 feet above sea level, which is very high up. The air is probably pretty thin up here as well. Not as thin as Pikes Peak, however. Alright, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and drop our gear. Just like that. And we are going to get ready to come in for a landing. Which means our flaps can get dropped. I need to trim it out just a little bit here. And I've got visual of the runway. We have full flaps. Man, this seems like it'd be a kind of a difficult approach in real life. Because you gotta make this final bank into the runway. Just like that. Alright, here goes our landing, everybody. Little low. Got a lot of turbulence right here too. And touchdown. Welcome to Aspen, Colorado. That was a decent landing. What was my vertical speed? 321. That's not bad at all. I'm gonna go ahead and roll out to the next taxiway off, which is going to be this next one right here. Let's go ahead and get our flaps up. And we should be sliding right now because the runway is, after all, covered in ice. Alright, and we are just going to park ourselves right up here. Right beside this nice little plane here. Didn't go far enough forward. Gotta make sure we are clear of the taxiway. Hey, look, there's another guy taxiing in. Right beside me over there. And that's probably good right there. Boom. Alright. Let's go through our shutdown checklist. If that even... Yeah, here we go. Parking brake is set. Avionics can come off. Electricity can come off, and our fuel pumps. I think... Yeah, our de-ice, these can come off. Alright. And we can shut off our engines. Just like that. And say goodbye to all the power. Alright, with that being said, I'm also going to turn off all the lights. There we go. Very nice. That was a decent landing. An 8 out of 10 landing. Yeah, I wasn't on the center line. And I came in a little low there. Don't crash. Well, I didn't. I was a little scared there, to be honest, because that was a very strange approach. That was a fun approach, actually, into Aspen, Colorado. This would be a great landing challenge. Clap, 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 clap. Thank you very much, Highway Trooper. Still beautiful, even at close distance. Yes, it is. In fact, let's go ahead and take a look at this airport so we can get a better idea of what it looks like. And I can't even find the airport in this view. Oh, there it is, way over here. I'm just going to make it quick and just press numpad 5. And it's going to lag like crazy to get there. But that is just fine. Crank up the drone speed so we can move around quickly. Alright, let's check out this handcrafted airport, they say. Alright, looks like we got some planes and some people on the ground. Some cars right there. That looked great. And, well, whoever handcrafted this didn't have to do that much work, considering Aspen, Colorado is not a big airport at all. Literally not even a big airport. But, I mean, it does look phenomenal. We got a little parking lot right here. We got a little propeller plane. That looks like a Dash or like a Beechcraft King Air or something, but it's not. And yeah, another parking lot right here, and the taxiways, they are riddled with snow. Same goes for the runway. Let's see what happens if we get a weather preset in the snow. Actually, right here. Wow, this looks very good in the snow. That would be it. Now that would have been a rough landing if it was snowing. Let's see what this looks like in the middle of summer when there is no snow and on a clear day. Look at that. So this is what the mountain range looks like when there is no snow on the ground, and it just froze. It does this sometimes, stutters just like that, and it'll take a little bit to catch up. But yeah, I mean, there's obviously a major difference between the snow. There we go, finally caught up. Between the snow and just clear weather. This looks like a perfect spot to build a town, which is probably the reason they built the town here. And we can see these highly detailed houses. Now, one thing I wish they would fix is these roads. I mean, that just looks like crap. But obviously from the air, they look great. So I can't really say anything there. This looks like a nice little neighborhood or just city. And this looks like one of the ski slopes. Yeah, this is definitely one of the ski slopes that you can go up very high, ski all the way down to Aspen. This is a very popular spot in the world, very touristy. And it looks like we even have a swimming pool right here. Don't know who would want to swim in like 60-degree weather year-round. But look at the valley behind the tail of the aircraft. Where at? Like that? That right there? Yeah, that valley does look crazy. Or you said behind the tail of the aircraft, and the tail is this way. Yeah, just everything just looks... Oh, that right... Oh, gosh, yeah, right there. Wow, look at that valley. That is crazy. Alright, so, yep, that is the flight from Colorado Springs to Aspen, Colorado, everybody. You know, now that I've landed in those conditions, who would like to see... Who wants me to do one of the landing challenges and just to see what kind of scores I can get on the landing challenges? I don't want to cut the stream just yet, but who would like to see the landing challenge and me perform the landing challenge? Man, this looks even better with clouds. Okay, not that much. Not that many clouds. Yeah, there we go. That's good. That looks very good. And I honestly think it looks a billion times better with the snow on the ground as well. Alright, looks like we got one yes from Highway Trooper, and Hong Hong wants to see my skill at the landing challenge. So that's exactly what we will do, everybody. Let's go do some of the landing challenges just to see how good I can do. Now, I am flying with the Thrustmaster TCA joystick, the Airbus side stick. So, and it's taken me a while to get used to my left hand because I'm right-handed after all. And I could probably do a lot better with my right hand. But we'll see how this goes. So we're going to be in the Robin Cadet at Courchevel, which is a tiny airport that runs uphill in the French Alps. And this is a very beautiful location. Yep, short runway, high altitude, no missed approach option. Alright, let's see. Guys, I want you to go ahead and guess what score I can get. See who can get the closest to my landing score. And I think a good range to give you would obviously be probably about 100,000 upwards of 2 million, I want to say. Anywhere in between those numbers would be good. So let's go ahead and get some predictions in chat. of what my landing score will be on this first one. And here we are at Corvachel. Alright, let's get this show on the road. Let's see how good we can land this aircraft. I'm not even sure where the airport is. Right there, I see it. Never mind. I'm stupid. EU, no glass cockpit. Alright, so we do have another set of flaps on this aircraft. Alright, so Dr. Phil Diggy says I'm going to get a 600,000 score, a 150,000 score. Alright, those are some good guesses. Good diversity right there as well. Alright, we're coming in on this runway. And I am actually going to come in a little fast, just so I don't risk stalling out. These landing challenges are so fun, but it's been Corvachel since release, so I would like to see another one. I hadn't even really done the landing challenge that often. Alright, and God, this aircraft is very quick. Oh, this is miles per hour. Wait, right? Yeah, they have it in miles per hour right here. Like the inside ring, this is airspeed and knots, but on the outside ring, it's like a dang car. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and get those flaps down to the lowest. Probably 2,000, 25,000. I think you mean 250,000. Not sure how the score works. Well, let's just see what I get, and we'll figure it out there. It's possible to turn the game volume down a tad in third person, sort of muffles your voice. I tried turning it down a little bit, but I'll try to stay in the cockpit as much as possible from now on. Alright. We got really good lineup, fellas, with the runway. And we are aiming for that blue box. Need to come a little bit over there. Alright, here we go. That windsocket's flipping its shit right now. And touchdown. Stay on the center line. And there we go. We have just landed at Corvachel. Now, let's see what that score was. Boom. Whew. Phil Diggy was the closest at 500,000. Jeez. Somebody is letting off like, sound like a freaking the end of a fireworks show. God, that was loud. It just sounded like boom, boom. Anyway, that puts me at 17,000 in the world. Are you kidding me? Oh, I got a 1 million on it before too. So that was a little worse than my previous at 961,000 score, which is pretty good. Let's see, landing precision could have been better. Ground roll 26 feet. Does it want me to roll far as possible out or no? No, I think it doesn't want me to roll far. And the landing smoothness was really good at 140 feet per minute, which is almost a perfect landing. Let's see, what is the top 10? Dang, I gotta get 1 million more points. That's crazy. Alright, let's do the next flight, which is literally Corvachel. Let's do it again. See what we can get. Oh, okay, you were guessing 15,000th rank. Oh, so you were close there. Saying 17,000. Let's see, what am I going to get on this time around? I think what I need to improve on is not roll as far. So I'm going to apply the brake as soon as I touch down. And I think I came in at the perfect speed. I also need to get the precision better. Land on that blue square. I'm getting very good frame rates right now. This is a tiny plane. I assume you can't come in from the other direction at this airport. No, definitely not. Crash. Corbin show. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and get flaps 1. Gotta trim it out. This time probably 10,000th. Okay, let's see if you are correct. I'm gonna sit right here for the whole landing. Good luck, I'll need it. I will need that luck that you are offering, my friend. Alright, we're going to go ahead and get flaps 2. Which, they're all the way down at this moment. Gonna throttle a little more. Make sure our speed is around, I want to say 110, 120 knots. I mean, miles per hour. More like 60 knots. Alright, we are a little high. Lineup's good. Alright, and we want to stop quickly as possible, I think. There we go. And if you guys noticed, I actually was stalling right there. Why didn't it show me the... what? How can I go back? What? Okay, I'm confused. What? Can I really not see my score? Are you kidding me? It's because I hit this button on the dang joystick. Well, crap, that is stupid. Why can't I go back? Well, I guess I gotta do it again. I didn't even see my dang score. Highway Trooper, I paid somebody to make that banner actually, off of Pfeiffer. He did really good. Bug, no, it's because I pressed the brake trigger on my joystick and it continued to the next page without me wanting it to. But no worries, we can always do it again. It did look like a much better landing. I was stalling there though, so I do know the stall speed now. And it wants us to be at 72 knots all the way to landing. Why am I just now noticing that? Alright, let's go. God, this plane is very, like, simple. Got a 6-pack. Just some lights. That's really it. And then our lights over here, radios. Super simple aircraft. Alright, and okay, I see 70 knots, so I know generally where I need to put my airspeed at when we do come in for a landing. Our altitude is 7,300 feet. That is pretty high up here. That's Aspen. This is Aspen height right here. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get the flaps down. Make sure we are able to slow down enough for the landing. We want to be right around 72 knots. Alright. Good luck again, but I probably don't need it. Highway Trooper, I paid him $5 plus $2 for, what, 5 for charges. Alright, right there is about 72 knots. So we're going to hold right there. We'll trim it out a little bit. There we go. So I don't have to have that much pressure on the stick. Alright, we're going to lower the throttle and try to bring it in for a nice landing at 70 knots. I missed. I came in too fast or something. And boom. Ooh, 1 million. There we go. That is better. Look, I'm the top 10,000. Oh, look, now it's showing my score from that last one. It was a 1,300,000. So that last one I did was even better than that. Wow. Okay, so I'm the top 10,000 in the world now. At least I can say that. Landing smoothness was a little high there, and our precision was way off, but our ground roll was perfect. Let's do it again. I want to see 1,500,000. I want an absolute butter of a landing. Oh, you were very close, Hong Hong. You said 10,000. That was very close to what it actually was. That was 9,000. Caustic, I do have on air. I do have on air manager. I've got an airline right now called Captain Horn 23. And I have just rented a private jet and a couple of Grand Caravans. I've got some work orders put in place for all of them, and they're flying them right now as we speak. And in fact, I'm about to actually buy the entire on-air manager, like the plan or whatever, and not, because my trials runs out tomorrow actually. I'm gonna have to buy the whole thing, which would be neat. I've always wanted an airline manager, and I never even knew that one existed. It's awesome. When I first saw it, I didn't really like it, or when I first got it, it was a little complicated, but after a while, I've been using it for 2 weeks now, and it's very easy to understand. Now we're gonna get our flaps down for this approach. PS4. No, this is not on the PS4. I don't know why you would say PS4. Alright, we're going to try to land in that blue square. Again, for the 4th time now. This is some good practice though, especially for Aspen, where you have to bank into the airport, like I had to do with that Diamond aircraft. There we go. Look at that lineup. Dang it. I still didn't beat my previous. Yeah, PC Master Race. Wow, well, there's 1,133,000. So that's pretty dang good. But still doesn't beat my 1,300,000. Oh, man, our ground roll is really good. At only 11 feet. Ooh, I wonder what happens if I engage the parking brake. You know what? That might be the move. And I was really good with my landing precision there. And my smoothness. Alright guys, we're going to try one more time. But this time, I'm going to engage the parking brake. So it comes to a stop real quick. Thank everybody for tuning in on tonight's stream. The next stream might be sometime this week. Maybe, I want to say Thursday, Wednesday, or Friday. One of those days, and it'll be around this time again. So, be on the lookout for that stream. And we're going to take that Airbus A320 from Daytona Beach International to somewhere international. I don't know yet. big old Airbus A320 somewhere out of Daytona Beach on the next stream. The new Airbus A320 that just came out. All right, there's my parking brake. What the heck? There we go. All right, guys, the parking brake's set now. Yeah, where's our flaps in this? I don't even see flaps. That's weird. I have no idea. How many stages of flaps are there? Check it out. There's first stage. Alright, it has 2 stages of flaps. That's nice. Alright. Here we come in for the now 5th time. 5th time is a charm, everybody. We got the parking brake set, which means I don't even have to brake. We're gonna go start slowing down as we are on base. You know, I wonder if I should land from this view right here. I think the cockpit is the best. Would give me the best results. Alright, here we go. Lineup is a little off there. But there we go. Looking good now. Holding right at about 70 knots. Don't have to press the brake this time, as our parking brake is engaged. Lineup's good. And there we go. Let's see what we got that time. Woo! I beat my score. There we go, guys. 1,400,000 and 892. 1,431,892, which now puts me in the top 5,000 in the world. That is wonderful. That is great there. All right, now I'm going to do a little magic here. So guys, that is actually going to do it for tonight's stream. I want to thank all you guys for tuning in. Looks like we streamed for a good hour and 45 minutes, which was very good. I hope you all enjoyed seeing the very phenomenal looking Aspen, Colorado, and Rocky Mountains and Colorado Springs in that beautiful diamond DA-62 aircraft. And I hope you guys enjoyed this little add-on feature of me doing the landing challenge 5 times, and I got a score of 1,431,892. And I'm top 5,000th in the world. And next stream we will try to get this down further. And like I said, the next stream will most likely be either Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. Keep a lookout for that. So if you're new to the channel, please do like and subscribe. It would greatly appreciate. I would be very appreciative if you subscribe to me. And there's definitely gonna be a lot more Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 videos coming very soon, guys. And as always, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. Again, thank you so much for tuning in to tonight's stream, and I will see you on the next one.